Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and today we are doing a review of this new mobile bank account from Chase. It's called Fin by Chase. Fin, I wonder if that's short for FN2187. Anyway, so Fin by Chase, it's a mobile bank account. It's aimed, by the looks of it, at Generation Z, not even millennials, okay? Millennials, they're born in like the 80s. And, you know, most of them are hipsters, enjoy going out to bars, eating food, and a lot of marketing materials you see aimed at millennials are like, you know, this recent American Express one, this kind of thing, alright, that's millennial marketing. But for Generation Z, it's like, these are young kids, these are like 18, 19-year-olds, you know, like some even teenagers, like think Jake Paul fans, you know, like people who appreciate bright colors and italic fonts and stuff like that. Anyway, okay, so all right, it's a mobile banking app, and they're promoting it through an app that's available for iPhone. It will be apparently available for Android soon, although your password and username will also work on chase.com, but they're really promoting the app as the way to manage this account. We'll get into talking about the app itself a little bit later in the video, but first of all, let's just have a look at the account and how it differs from just regular Chase accounts. So there are a few major selling points of this account. One of those things is that it has an enlarged ATM network. So if we compare it with the Chase Total Checking, which is Chase's most popular account, it's also their cheapest account in terms of monthly fee. The Fin account has a network of 29,000 ATMs across the country, across all 50 states, and the Total Checking account from Chase only has 16,000. So that is quite a big improvement. It's almost double, not quite, but almost. And they also have an app which gives you a map of where all the ATMs are as well. So that is definitely quite convenient. Now the Fin account features no monthly fee, whereas the Chase Total Checking features a $12 monthly fee, but this fee can be waived if you have a minimum of $500 electronically deposited into your account each month. For most working people working full-time jobs, that is pretty easy, unless you're getting paid cash or check. But if it's an electronic deposit, over $500, they waive the monthly fee. So, for example, I have the Total Checking. I've never ever paid the monthly fee. And the last point about these, you know, comparing these two accounts is that the Fin account has no overdraft fee. Whereas the Chase Total Checking has a $34 overdraft fee. What happens if you hit zero on your Fin account and you try to go overdrawn, by the way? Basically, they just deny your purchase. So the purchase that's going to send you below zero, they'll deny it, whereas on the Chase Total Checking, they will actually allow that purchase and you'll go overdrawn, unless you have set up overdraft protection using your savings account, which is what I have done, what most smart people have done, which is basically if you have another savings account, you set it up so that if you do a purchase that's going to take you below zero, the money will come out of your savings account to replenish that, and you don't get charged the $34 overdraft fee. So that can kind of help you out, and then you just pay your savings back afterwards once you get paid or get more money or whatever. But are there any catches to this account? Well, we did say it's a mobile online account, so basically you get these, you know, extra perks like the zero monthly fee and the increased ATM network, etc., because you have much less access to in-branch services. So think about normal things like depositing cash at a teller. You can't do that in branch. You would have to, if you're in branch, you either use an ATM or you can use other methods like depositing checks through the mobile app, sending checks to Chase, etc. But basically for a lot of services that the other accounts have access to in branch, you cannot use them. Now let's talk about the Fin app, and this is really the way they're kind of promoting this account. So the Fin app, obviously, you know, you can do a lot of things through the app. All your banking services basically are supposed to come through the app. But there are a few features of this app that are very clearly aimed at, you know, a certain market. So feature one that we're going to talk about is the ability to rate purchases. So there is a set of emojis from sad to medium to happy face, and basically you can rate a purchase. Okay, so for example, if you buy fast food, maybe you rate that as a sad face because it's bad for you. Paying bills, just neutral, I guess, and maybe a gym membership is like the happy face, okay? Or buying a gift for someone is a happy face because you're doing something good. And then you can also set up a automatic transfer to savings for certain purchase categories. So for example, if you buy something that generates a sad face, $5 automatically goes to your savings, all right? That's the example they give. And then in addition to this system, they also rate your, they sort of rank your purchases into categories to show you where you're doing your spending. And they use emojis again to show you the categories. So to a young person, I think this actually could be pretty helpful. To someone who's kind of like 18, 19, just getting into understanding personal finance, needs a little bit of help to make it really clear for them. It could be a good feature. Someone who's 33, who has a lot of experience with money over the years, to me it just looks like a gimmick, and I would not. No amount of emojis and smiley faces and automatic transfers to savings when I buy fast food could persuade me to open an account like this. Anyway, all right, moving on. All right, next up we have the Fin savings account. So Fin does provide both checking and savings accounts, okay? If you want the sign-up bonus, you have to actually open both. We'll get on to talking about the sign-up bonus a little bit later in the video. But first of all, let's look at the savings account, and I'm going to read you out the interest rates on this account. It's pretty funny. So the annual percentage yield, APY, for Fin savings effective of 5/20/18 is 0.01% for balances of under $10,000, 0.03% for balances between $10,000 but under $25,000, and 0.04% for accounts with balances above $25,000. Yeah. Now, realistically, I don't think many people are going to save more than $10,000 in these savings accounts, because people who have more than $10,000, I think they're going to understand money a bit more, and they're going to know what to do with it, all right, to put it in an account that gives them the best yield, okay? And this Fin savings account is certainly not the best yield, okay? So most people who have a few $1,000s in their Fin savings accounts, they're going to be getting 0.01%. Now, if you compare that to the competition, to other online savings accounts like Marcus by Goldman Sachs or Ali Bank, these accounts typically provide about 1.9%. Okay, those two that I named do. Anyone recognize a kind of trend with the naming of these accounts? You got Marcus, Fin, Ali. Maybe they used the same marketing agency, or maybe just people's names give it a sort of friendly, non-threatening feel. Anyway, all right, moving on. So I don't really rate the savings account on this at all. Now let's talk about the sign-up bonus. So the sign-up bonus on this account is $100, and I'm going to read off the terms which you have to fulfill to get that. You must be a new Chase customer. I believe this is a new customer for checking accounts, though. If you have a credit card, you're probably okay. Open a Fin checking and savings account and make 10 transactions within the first 60 days of account opening, so the first 2 months of account opening, and keep your accounts open for 6 months. So to me, that's actually a pretty easy $100 to get. There's no deposit requirement, because like we said, they're aiming this at Generation Z. They're aiming at young people who probably don't have that much money. So if you did a minimum deposit requirement, a lot of people probably wouldn't get the sign-up bonus. So yeah, just making 10 transactions within the first couple of months, and those other terms that you've got to satisfy, and you'll get yourself an easy $100. So the sign-up bonus, very easy to get, I would say. Alright guys, so let's give a little bit of a conclusion for this. So who would I recommend this account for? And I think there is quite a specific group of people that this account would benefit. And that's probably, students would be one group, although there are obviously other specific student accounts that you could look into that may be better. But, students are one group. People who are perhaps just starting out and who really want to keep their costs low. Perhaps they're doing freelance work and they can't guarantee $500 minimum into their account each month to cancel out those annual fees from the other regular Chase accounts. Those monthly fees from the regular Chase accounts. Or you could, get someone who doesn't work, perhaps like a stay-at-home mom who, the husband is working, the mom is staying at home, but then perhaps maybe she does from time to time do some freelance work, or she just wants her own account for, so she can have her own debit card and stuff like that, and she might have a little bit of money and she wants to put it in an account or whatever, but she can't guarantee monthly input to her account. Maybe she occasionally does some online work, writing articles or whatever, whatever kind of work. Or someone who, let's say someone drives for Uber, right, and they do it occasionally and they just want an account to have that money go into, but then otherwise they don't work. They're taking care of kids, or they're doing something else. So people who sort of occasionally work but not really, those are the sort of people I would recommend this to, because you've got nothing to lose by applying for it. You're not going to get forced to pay any monthly fee. You know, there's no overdraft fees just in case you don't have enough money in your account. So it's really targeting people who perhaps have low income, who have unstable work, who are perhaps students or unemployed or stay-at-home mom or whatever, you know. So I would say those are the groups of people that this would benefit. Who wouldn't it benefit? Basically anyone who works full-time earning like regular wages. I mean, even on a minimum wage, you're earning more than $500 a month, okay? And most companies will electronically transfer your money. So pretty much everyone can, pretty much everyone who works full-time can, you know, cancel out that $500 monthly fee. And if you are able to cancel it out, I think the Chase Total Checking is a better all-round account than this Fin account, because you do have access to the branch just in case, you know, you need to do stuff in the branch. However, the increased ATMs would definitely be a big advantage of the Fin account. So if you are someone who likes to use cash a lot and wants the convenience of almost double the number of ATMs, well, that would be a definite advantage. So guys, I think, you know, even though I'm not interested in this account, I think it definitely does target a sector of the market where there is demand, and it will be interesting to quite a lot of people. You may have seen their ads on social media recently. I certainly have. It's spamming my feed. But anyway, guys, leave your comments below on what you think about this. If you are thinking of applying for a new credit card, etc., do consider using our credit card offers on our website. It does help out the show. We'll also leave links from our partners to some of our favorite travel credit cards in the description of this video. As always, guys, please subscribe for more credit card tips almost every day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.